So, hello everyone. Welcome to another session for GameNet. So today we'll just continue with what we were doing, and then we'll just add um, a delay between changing scenes and how to manage when you have a 2D or ah, a physics game or a not physics game. Um, right. So we're gonna have to handle properly when when you want to change positions and when you enter a scene, no? So we're gonna do that. So last time medyo na-stuck tayo sa ano, na changing scene. What I was missing before was a very essential component that you have to add in with the network manager. Okay. So what was actually missing before was this thing called scene interest management. So if you search in components, scene interest management, it's automatically here. So what does it do? We also check the documentation. Scene interest management is the one that handles additive loading and unloading of scenes. The reason why things were not working correctly with the client and the host was that it wasn't properly handling the loading and unloading of objects. Now, with the scene interest management, it actually turns off sprites or um, some sprites. Yeah, mga sprites and other things that you can see um from the other scenes because back in the host remember hosts what it does is it loads all the scenes, while for the client just loads whatever scene is needed, right? So if you remember here, we have all the other scenes, right? What scene interest does is it will disable the sprite renders. You can see everything is being disabled. For the physics are not really that disabled until you enter that scene. Then it'll work. So that thing is more of like a Unity kind of thing now. Okay. So important, you need to have network identity for the objects. Without the network identity, the the scene interest will not really understand which one is which, and then uh, it won't disable the sprite renders. Okay, so if you try it out from where we left off, the start scene. Initially, this player was like on top here now. So we're gonna tell you how to do that. So now we don't see the scenes, the other scenes in the client side. I mean the sprite renders. Then we go to the next level. Here it is. Now we have a problem though. Um, the position of player two is here, but for the host it is up here. So we are kind of messing up the syncing of the host to the client, and also our player two is just going to the right. So to fix that, remember our teleport player. We have dynamic. We do need to add a yield return to wait for end of frame. I think at least that will fix the floating. play, right? So that fixes it. And if we can see in the on the player side, on the host side, the position is right. Now the thing is, we still have this canvas. So that's the thing. Um, the scene interest doesn't really remove the UI, the canvas of the players, the player objects. What we can do, we can kind of hard code it, well, kind of. When I mean hard code, we can tell it that if the right sprite render, if we check, is the player, is the second player in the other scene, we notice that the sprite is disabled, name canvas is still enabled, wait space, yeah. Maybe what we can do is we can check first if the sprite is disabled. If it is disabled, then let's also disable name canvas. So let's see if that will fix it. Uh, where is the code? Here. Oh, sorry, here. In project, we go to our scripts. We go to our player controller. Maybe on per update. If I have, I don't have it. If get this dot get component in children, sprite render. Actually, we don't do that. Where's our canvas? Layer canvas? Is it here? This one, I think. Is it? Let me just double check. Player. This is the Text Mesh Pro. Let's get the canvas itself. Text Mesh Pro, UI, the transform dot parent, the game object dot set active, and then we're gonna base it on the sprite renderers enabled. This should fix it. So yeah, the scene interest doesn't really handle the canvas. So if we host, we join, ready, start. If we make clear to go to the next one, okay. So at least the canvas is not seen. And then if we go here, okay, and then it is seen again. Right, so that's one fix. The other fix is the next. Oh, sorry. Before I continue, questions with that one? It's just a no. It's just we're kind of forcing it. So we're forcing the set active based on the sprite renders either enabled disabled. If it's disabled, that means that the player is not in that scene. If it's enabled, the player is in the scene. But at least for that's for our no, our what we have right now. Okay. Because the the network behavior, this network behavior doesn't really know if what scene they are in. I mean, they do have this. Um, this that game object scene. No, sure, we have that, but we'll have to check if the host is there or the client is there, right? That is this one. Right now we're just using the sprite range enabled or disabled. Okay, question with that one. And then if that does anyone have a question with the one that we added here. None. Okay. With that, we can add the the you want to fade, no? The thing is, we don't want to instantly load players into places. We kind of want a delay to happen so that their sync, their synchronization is correct for both the hosts and the client. So we kind of want a delay. So what games do is they add a black screen, no? Like if you imagine Stardew Valley, each time you change a place, it doesn't like immediately change to the next scene, no? It'll fade to black and then fade out, if I recall. Yeah. So we'll do that. Let me just double check what we have here. Oh, join. Okay, so we have persistent scene, online scene, don't destroy node, network manager. Okay, sige. So let's go to our room scene. Oh wait, hindi, okay lang sana. Okay na yung sample scene pala. So in the sample scene, let's go create a new object. This is fade game object. Then let's go create a script for it. Fade fade manager. So fade manager, let's go don't destroy or load this dot game object. We don't want it to get destroyed. Then let's create like a static public static. It's like a single a static instance of this fade manager instance 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 equal to this. Is there better way for this? The right way is like um private static feed manager instance. This one will just get instance, and then we just have to properly work with this. So like, is it here? It's here. No, no. Okay. Here pala. Get get return instance set um diba? If instance is equal to null, um game object. This is just to no. This is just to if you want the simple instance no. Game object is equal to new game object me um feed manager instance ah, then is equal to game object dot add component feed manager. I think we can also just do oh yeah, and then oh no, we can go immediately. Instance is equal to add component then return instance. Then set is instance is equal to value. If you don't know this is a getter setter. Uh, if you want like a way for like a way to get um objects, like maybe you want instead of just instance is equal to value, you want to do something, maybe like call an event or something like um on change value, something like that. So you can do that, no? So that's the use of getter setter. Okay, instance equal to this. Then let's do the fade. I enumerator fade in. Don't forget to make it public. And it's also put in how many seconds duration for the fade. So here, public float um fade duration. If you don't like this, we can also do like serialized field and then private float fade duration. So 1.0f. And then this will literally just be fade duration. So what this means is it's a get. It's here. See, it's only a get. We do this so that we don't want anyone to change the duration in their code. You only want to change it in the editor. Again, it's just small things. It's how you kind of want to encapsulate your variables, your functions. Okay, fade duration 1.0f. So fade in. Uh, let's go create a canvas first. A child. This is the black screen, which is a canvas. Overlay. I think we can just make this canvas. And then instead of this being the canvas, we can do we can go create a image. I don't want it to be recast target. We will make this color black. So in order for us to fade in, fade out, we're going to use the alpha. All right. Then let's also get a serialized field here. Serialized field, private image, black screen. Oh no, wait. I think I want to do active false. Right. So on fade in, make sure our black screen, the color, can I access this? No, I cannot. Color 0, 0, 0, 0. And then let's enable it. Screen dark input active true. Right now alpha is 0, meaning it's transparent. Then we will float mm, time equal to 0. Float. That's a good one. Alpha is equal to 0. No, not alpha. Time. While time is less than fade duration. Time plus equal time dot delta time. Oops. And then alpha. Uh, our alpha, let's say it's 1 second. Okay. So float alpha is equal to time divided by fade duration. Why? If you think about it, it's like from 0 to 1, no? So let's say 1 second. So if it's 0 seconds, it's 0. If it's 0.5, it is. If it's 0.5 the time, it is now half. 0.5 over 1 is zero point 0.5, right? But let's say 2 seconds. If fade duration is 2 seconds, if time is 0 0.5, that is 0.2. And then if time is 1 divided by fade duration is equal to 2, that's 0 0.5. So yeah. Let me just double check if color is by 2 okay, it's 255, I think. So black screen color is equal to new color 000. I believe this should be alpha times 255. 255 I think is the maximum. No. So I think this is more like percentage. And then new return null. And then fade duration is now, oh, time is now more than fade duration. Just to make sure, password or color is equal to new color 000 255. And then I think that's it. Fade in. I think fade duration is better, like half. Fade in, fade out. Eh. So let's just do that. So duration is equal to fade duration divided by 2. 10F. Let's just use this now. Public I enumerator fade out is, well, again, let's make sure the alpha is 255. Just to make sure. Or you know what? Maybe you don't need to. Do we need to? Yeah, sure. Let's do that. Then float time is equal to fade duration. I don't know. I feel like I want to copy paste this instead. Uh, Hold on now. Whatever. Divided by 2. While times duration. Keeping this one. Here's a better way for this. Float percentage is equal to time, punctuation, black screen, dot color is equal to new color 000 percentage minus 1. Oops. Joke. 1 minus percentage times 255. Oh, I'm already thinking of a way to fix this. Yield return null. And then black screen dot color is equal to new color 000. Then let's disable it. Black screen. Okay, motion set active. false. Fade in, fade out. Why 1 minus percentage? We want it to go backwards. So if this was 0, 1 minus 0 is 1, 1 times 255, that is the max. If you're half already, so 1 minus 0.5 is 0.5 times 255. It's already half of 255. And then if we're close, if we're already 1, um, I think I want to clamp this. Wait up. I mean, I want to, yeah, max. Just so we don't automatically get a weird number. We can also do it here. Math dot floor, not floor, seal. Oops, not seal. Max min 555. So this will choose the lower one. This one will choose the higher one. Because if we go more than one, no, it's gonna be a negative number. We don't want that. Okay. Okay. So this fade in, this is fade out. It's almost the same code. I'm already thinking of a way to fix this, but whatever. Fade in, fade out. How do we use this? We'll use it in Demo Network Manager. We're here. We're gonna use it when we load and unload. Where you at? Oh wait, do I want to use it here? Yeah, I think I want to use it here. Load. Yeah. So fade manager cut instance dot fade in. So we can do a yield. Ah, yeah. And then when it's done, fade out. Oh, what is it? Change, or is it time change scene? Load. What time change scene? Hold on now. I'm thinking. This is the better one. Load additive. Ah, let's see. I think sa start pa lang, gana agad eh. Gana agad yan. Oops. Don't forget to set the image. Yeah. Join. Ready, ready. Start. What was that? What if I change scene? Oh my god. Or are you in the lower left? Oh, hold on. Ah, canvas scale. And what am I missing? Canvas. Oh, oh. Ready. Oh, why are you there? Uh, so don't forget to stretch this. Okay, but I am seeing something weird though. So let's see. Ready, start. Kailangan. Max, max percentage. If I go here, why are you there? Why are you so small? Or it didn't load. Rocket. Yeah. Reload. Post. Join. Ready. They not fade out. Fade out. Reload the journal. Maximum color. I think it's 0 to 1 now. Yeah. Yeah. Not 255. Anyway, okay. I think that worked. Let me just double check. I didn't check the host. Okay. So it wasn't happening in the host. Okay. Uh Now we don't want them to move to be like what do you call this? We don't want them to immediately change scene, no? We want to wait for a bit before they get to the next scene. Well, it works. Because what we can do is we can also use here in the teleport. We could kind of wait for it until that happens. We can also disable their controls. No, we can go like player object, get component, player controller, false, and then return. Wait for seconds. Wait for seconds. Fade manager dot instance dot fade duration. You want to hold duration? Maybe not. I'm already thinking that we just use the whole fade duration instead of halving it. But anyway, dynamic, wait, and then player object dot get component player controller dot enabled is equal to true. So this one, so that they stop moving. They can't do any controls until the fade is done. And how we know that is we use the duration. All right. So we go to player one. Let's try it on player one. There. Uh, yeah. I'm thinking if we wanna add a delay in the black screen, because what we can do is where is that? Before fading out the black screen, we can do maybe a wait here. We'll return. We'll wait for seconds. Maybe a 10, tenth of a second. Host join. Ready. Ready. Okay, so let's see if we kind of mess something up. Okay, we didn't mess anything. Okay, questions about that one? Does that part make sense to you guys? So we have a fade manager that just fades in and fades out. You can do this in one function actually. Instead of fade and fade out, you can do like fade and then boolean true or false. Just so you have one code since it's almost the same now. Ang difference lang is ito. You can just use a boolean for that. So one, one. Wait, one. Questions? Clarification? None? None? You can do. So when you start the game, it fades in first. Hmm. Hold on. We can choose to keep the color. You don't want to keep the color. Hmm. Hmm. Hold on. Fade in. I don't want to fade in again. I'm gonna have a checker here to break if the color is already if the alpha is already enabled. Or if black screen mechanism of active self will break. Oops. Will break. Meaning it's already active. I can do like a where is that? Right here. Let's start game here. I know. Here. Before transferring them, where are you? This one. Before transferring them, I can um here. Before transferring them, I'll black the screen and then transfer them. So I can have like a weird mm, fade manager that instance that fade in, fade in. Ooh, okay. Ready, ready, start, fade in. It didn't fade in. Or did add to on room server? Uh, only problem to server. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, status changed. It's only fault on the server. Load in. Load additive. Before loading it. I shall see. Load. Load in. Hold on now. Load in. I should have loaded later on. Before changing scenes. Load. Load in. Only happens on the server. Unless I tell everyone to load it. Can I RPC? No. Static? Yeah. No. Anyway, questions? Clarification? None. Oh wait. So what if you want different locations, no? When the player spawns, because when player changes scenes, because what you want is when they go to a different scene, of course they're gonna be in a different position. So how do we do that? What we can do, we can kind of use the yeah, we can kind of use the network start position. So if you don't know that, actually Mirror has a network start position component. Normally you would use this start position. Normally you would use this in a normal game where you don't have to do the additive stuff. And then what it does is it will spawn the players in these different positions. So if you have more than one position, it'll actually do like depending on your network manager. If you do either where are you at? Where's round robin? Here. The spawn method. So if you do a round robin, so player zero will be here, player one will be here. So depend. So if you have like multiple of these, um, they're gonna spawn on those different kinds of start positions. But in this case, we can kind of use it. Technically, we're just using this network start position component just to find out all the network start positions. Okay, so how do we use this? If let's say our this is online scene. See, it is online scene one. What if I want instead of here on the right side, wherever they spawn in, I want them to spawn on the left. So what we can do is let's put a start position there. Network start position. If you want, we can color it just so give it a logo, just so you can see it. I want them to spawn here. This let's call this spawn position one. No space. One. Spawn position one. Wait, you have to remember this name. Why? Actually gonna do. We're gonna actually use a function that I normally don't use, but it is one of the only ways to do it, which is called um, find objects of type. Of find. Oh, sorry. Find objects of type network start positions objects, right? So network start positions is equal to here. Okay, so remember this new move player object well position. I actually want to do that before sending this. Do I want it? Is it the right place? Or is it before the move player for connection? Sige, let's try again. Ako there's a proper place to do it. So you have positions here. Position. So we can do the normal way for each network start position in positions if position dot game object dot scene dot name is equal to uh where's the next scene? The scene what am I name it? Scene to teleport to. Scene to teleport to. And then I think I did have a start position here. And position dot game object dot name is equal to starting position player object dot transform the position is equal to position dot transform the position. Great. Okay. Right. So you have to change. Remember, you have to change the here. Then we have to give it a string here. Starting position one. Very cool. Yeah, starting position one. That is the name of our location, our position. Mhm. Let's try it out. Hopefully nothing breaks. And then we go to position the teleport. You did not change position. Why did you change position? There is no equal to path. I think it was path instead of moon. If not, I'm gonna use the what other hack. Yep. Instead, we're gonna use something. Where did we use that? Is it here? The system.io. We're gonna use path. Get file name with extension. And then get file name without extension. This is the right one. Did they use path anywhere else? Get seen by path. This one. Scene manager, but get seen by path. Scene to teleport to. And that name. Name. Unless, iba po rin yung pangalan dito, no? Mali pa rin yung spelling ko. Yep. So, let me just debug. I want to see the positions that was taken. Start. And then debug. What do I have? Just one. Spawn. Spawn position. Spawn position one. Sabi. Yeah, yeah, that's my bad. Spawn position. I told you guys to remember. I didn't remember. Spawn position one. I'm literally just gonna copy that. And then we go to this one here. Spawn position. Oops. Okay. Go to sample. Host. Ready. Start. And now we're here. So why am I floating? Why is everything floating? Or is this I'm looking down here? I'm thinking the spawn position, the Z could be the problem. Let me just double check. That's 0. This is 0. This is 0. There we go. Okay. And then let's double check it on our client. Host. I did not scale it properly. Here too. I'm now here on the right left side. Did it properly change it? Yes. All right. Questions? Clarification? None? None? There's actually a way to make this just one line if you want to know. No, it's positions that where um pos pos dot name object dot scene. Oh, literally just this. Oh, not where. Single or default. Pos pos. And then if it is default, the default is hold on. Single or default null. Is it single or default? Wait lang. Trying to recall. Single or default. Sige, put in here. Single or default. Network start session. Network start session. It's actually just the one line. Let's see if it works. This is so you know. It's possible to do one line. I can also teach you guys how to use link. I'm not sure if this is in the class I taught link. Ready, stop. Yeah, okay, still works. Well, what if you have a different name? Will it break if it's a different name? Two. Yeah, broke. Because it has no default. But anyway, I'll just wait to fix that. Which is making default as null. I forgot how to do that. It's weird. Yeah, I forgot how to set the default. But anyway, default. Yeah, yeah. Nalimutan ko na paano to. Questions? I don't believe I have any so far. Oh, how do you make it one line? Ah, yeah. So that's how to do it. But let me just quick search. Single or how to set default and single or default. A null exception. Null. Double check that it works. No. Uh, wait now. No, but it's not for. Let me just double check. Eh, forgot. I can go like where. Eh, there's a proper way instead of just singular default. But anyway, any questions? Questions, clarification? Would you want to learn how to use link? I think it's like then function for predicate. Wala siya. Go where? Nah, a two line. Could be a two-line one. Var positions. Question mark. Single first or default. Nah. I just written an error if couldn't find it. Nah. None? None? No questions? Yeah, okay. I think yun lang naman for that. So, reiterate what he did. So in this session, we were able to change the position by using find objects of type. So what will we do? It will search all the objects of type in all the scenes. Remember, this is in the server. So it's finding all the objects in all the scenes. That's why we have something. Oh, let me just use this one instead. You can choose to not use this. That's why we have here position on the game object that's seen that name. We are checking if this is on the same scene as we are going to. And then we're checking if the name is equal to that the position or the string that we set up here. So we are trying to compare the name of the game object with the string that we set up here. If they're equal, we change the player's position to that and then break. Okay. We need to make it wait for a frame before we add a player back to connection so that it properly syncs with the server. Then we also have this one just so we enable the controls. So at the start, we disable the controls now, right here. We disable the controls at the start so that they can't move while it's fading, while the scene is fading. Is it in the right place? I feel like it should be below. Yeah, I think it should be below here. Change scene, fade. Ah, wait for seconds and then remove the player, move the game object. So this is all happening after when it's on the black screen. And then we send it back. We send back the player. We tell to load. Oh, it should be unload. Oh, sorry. Let me just try. Let me just check something here. Where's the code? Load, unload. I think I want to try putting this in the unload and see if it feels much better. A little bit. It feels a little bit much better than a while ago. We don't have the fade in. Well, the fade in we can do. Oh wait, we already talked about this. It's not here. It's when you start the game. Sorry. Anyway, uh, there's a better place to put the fade in at the start of the game. But anyway, um, we created the fade manager. All it does is just fade in, fade out. Remember, it's an I enumerator, and that's why we're able to use. Sorry, we're able to use yield return. This one, it'll actually wait until the fade in or the fade out is done before we do the other parts. All right. Then, um, what does we do? We fixed the bug a while ago. Before. Apparently, we were just missing the scene interest management. So you need this if you're gonna have additive loading unloading of scenes. If you're not gonna have that, you don't need scene interest. So all of this does is it will handle the game objects from different scenes so that it doesn't interact with the for the client. Okay. So we need scene interest. This one handles the enable disabling of the game objects, the sprites, I mean, the sprite renderers and all. So that one handles it. And then, ano ito ba ginawa natin dito? Wait on the frame. I think yun lang ating ginawa natin. Server load, on server scene change. Yeah, I think that's all we did for today. All right. So, questions, clarification, none. Okay. So, if that's the case, where are we? LP1. Nope. Oh, not bad. Next week. So, homework. Try to do whatever we did. Um, so in your case, you don't have to um, lang, nag-isip ako. Yeah. So you could use this for different ways. Maybe let's say if you have a round, a maybe shoot 'em up, or yung parang rounds, no? Every round you go to this other scene where you set up all your items and stuff, right? So if you want to do that, imagine after you kill all the enemies, and then we're gonna go change the scene to setting up. So you're gonna change scene, so you can use this, right? So you can do that. Another way that we can use this, maybe you want, um, yeah, go. You have houses to enter, or or different places to go to. No, you can use this so that uh you load to the next scene, so the player wouldn't be able to see the other players won't be seeing you because you're in another place, no. But then if they go to that place naman, they can finally see you. So you can do that. Mm, what other ways that we can use change scenes? You can do this maybe to what's a good way? What's another way? Ah, let's say you have different levels, no? So if you have different levels, so we change from this scene, you all go to the next scene, you all go to the next scene after every other level. So pwede yung ganun. Or maybe you can do like Mario Mario Kart. Mario maybe like I mean not Mario Party. Mario Party? No. Yung mga mini games, no? So if you go we're all playing a game, a board game, and then I land up, you're gonna have to play a mini game. Everyone changes scenes to that mini game. So you also can do that. Okay. So it doesn't have to be complicated. Whatever you do in this Dropbox, in this module, it doesn't have to be complicated. All you have to do is try to change scenes. If you want, you can hmm, I can upload this. Why do I want to upload this? I could up. Do I want to upload this? Nah. Kaya niya yan. Okay. I mean, I could. I'm really just gonna copy. Nah. Kaya niya yan. Upload? I wanna upload. You're just gonna use it. But then, wouldn't it be better if you learn it yourself? I want that. Uh, upload ko na lang after. After na-Dropbox you. Okay? So I could do that. I mean, you could try to learn it yourself. See, because this is all just for 2D, but then for a 3D game, you're gonna have to change some things, no? Remember, you'll have maybe something like a rigid body, pretty for the normal rigid body, because that's gonna be different. Maybe you're gonna have to change also some other parts. Maybe not just the controller, yung mawawala. Where's that? This one, no? Maybe you want something else to disappear first before, and then in the end, re-enable it. Or maybe you may have something like a canvas for you. Yung parang ginawa ko dito, no? Maybe it's different for you, no? So you play around. The best way to learning this is to actually trying out yourself, not just copy. You can, you, I mean, sure, you can try to copy this, and then afterwards add something, add something to it, so that you learn. Oh, hindi pa pala, you can't do this pala. So you have to find another way. So that's kind of like a good way into learning more using anything, not just mirror. Uh, could be other types of plugins or features of Unity. Okay, so that'll be for module 3. Module 3, just do additive scenes. If you don't want to use the fade manager, okay, um find another way. If you don't want to fade it, okay, just slap on your face a PNG loading, and then literally just remove it when you're done. Sure, you can do that. Up to you. What I'm looking for is to for you guys to try to load and unload scenes. Try to make multiple scenes work. All right. Questions? Clarification? Any violent reactions? None? All right. So if there are no questions for now, again, I'm free. You can always message me if you have any questions or you need to clarify something. Uh, just message and I'll reply when I am free. Okay. So yeah, that's it for today. You guys can go and enjoy your night, and I'll be seeing you guys next week. Yeah. All right. Bye bye.